Hey water signs. Welcome to your weekly messages for August 2nd through the 8th. August already. So water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hello, hello. If you are new to the channel, hi, welcome. Happy to have you here. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you are returning, hi, welcome back. Hey, cross watchers. So, ground rules. 1, energy is fluid. So, if these are the messages that want to come out this week. Might not necessarily be happening this week, but these are your messages for your consideration. And then if I say he or she, it's just the energy of the card or that I'm talking about. If I say you and it's them, if I say them and it's you, feel free to swap roles. But don't try to shoehorn yourself into a storyline. If it's not your situation, that's okay. This is general. So if you'd like to book your own personal reading, feel free. All my information is in the description box below. And, and as well as the decks that I am using. And then check out your other placements. So if this is your sun sign, check out your moon, rising, and Venus if they are different. And see if you can grab some additional pieces to the puzzle. I encourage everybody to do that. Or maybe they just resonate more for you. Okay, I did the general reading for the month. And I did it a little bit different this time. So this month I just did a general reading and then I pulled cards for each individual zodiac sign. So go check that out if you haven't already. So we've got a few things going on. So this week we have the full moon in Aquarius. I need my notes. We have the full moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is really good at remaining different while being part of the crowd, maintaining their individuality while being around other people and still being part of the whole. So it's an interesting duality. But in general, full moons are great for releasing that which no longer serves us. And with Aquarius, though a lot of people think that it's a water sign because it's the water bearer, but it's actually an air sign. So there you go again with that duality. So it can help to know that Aquarians are all about those deeper connections. So as water signs, I'm a water sun sign, Pisces. So as water signs, we are not afraid to swim those depths, to get deep into the emotions, into the nitty-gritty. We don't shy away from that. We're actually just really good at that. And it can be really intense for the other signs. With Aquarians, because they're air, they're a thought. So they like to know what makes people tick. Why do they do the things that they do? Why do they say the things they say? Why do they think the way they think? So they get deeper on an intellectual level. Coffee chat is not for them. And you want to talk about the weather? Okay. How about instead of, gee, it's raining outside. Why is it raining? What does that mean? What does it mean for you? Do you like the rain? How does the rain help us? So they like to get deeper. They're not going to sit around and talk about the weather. They want to talk about the whole. They're very community minded. How is this benefiting or to the detriment of the whole? But still maintaining their individuality. They're very eccentric people. So they're kind of quirky, but completely likable. They're fun. They're just fun. So you can read more about that if you would like. And I go into more detail in the general reading. So if you haven't watched it yet, please do so. We have 4 planets and an outlier that are in retrograde. So we have Uranus, which is all about our independence. Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, and that is about spiritual growth. Saturn, which rules Capricorn, and that's about karma. Like I say, karma's only a bitch if you are. Sorry, should have warned you. I try to keep it PG-13 on the channel, but sometimes words fly. So if you are in mixed company, earbuds. So karma, if you sow wildflowers, you're going to reap wildflowers. If you sow prickly weeds, you're going to reap prickly weeds. Say that 5 times fast. Goodness. Pluto, that's about our shadow self and our letting our inner demons come out and play for a little bit, giving them some attention and then sending them on their way. And then Chiron's the outlier. He's the wounded healer. He he's been retrograde for about a month, maybe a little bit more, and goes all the way until mid-December. So we've got some time to spend with Chiron in retrograde. And it's not to punish us in any way. As water signs, we're cool with emotions. It's just to make sure you don't get bogged down too deeply into those emotions. It's just to bring some stuff up for the opportunity to heal. So keep that in mind. Then on Saturday, the 8th, we have the Lion's Gate, the 8/8 Lion's Gate. And it happens every year at the same time. So it's when Earth and Star Sirius align. And Star Sirius is like our other sun. Some people see it as the spiritual sun. It's the brightest star in our night sky. It's exponentially brighter than our sun, something like 26 times. It's ridiculously bright and beautiful. So it's when the Earth and Sirius align, and then also when Orion's belt aligns with the pyramids at Giza. So we've got the ancient Egyptian influence in there too. So cool. I will not bore you too much with my love of Egypt. History was one of my minors in college, so I could go on for a long time. If a documentary comes on about Egypt, if an Egyptologist is speaking, I'm all over it. I'm really an ancient Egypt nerd, so I won't go into it too much. But in general, this is just an increase as we're in it now, and as we get closer to the 8th, it's just expanding and the portal's just opening so much more. And then, knocked my little butterfly. It's just expanding and allowing these light codes, the ascension activation, codes of awakening, just allowing all of that in. Our physical DNA is upgrading and changing. So it's really cool. Read all about it. Again, I talk more about it in the general reading, so please feel free to check that out if you're interested. But here's the beautiful thing. You really don't have to do anything. You just let it happen. Just lay back, relax, and chill. Maybe increase your meditation practice. If you don't have one, get into one, or if you have one, spend 10 extra minutes just letting it, just be open and willing and let it happen. It's really cool. So there you go. That's the stuff that's going on right now, astrologically speaking. Ooh, the Fool. Huh. All right, guys. Taking on something new. Let's see. It's not typically how I do things, but we're going to let it happen. Temperance, the Star in reverse, 8 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So Temperance, this is about balance. It's also the sign of Sagittarius. Beautiful. It is the balancing between the physical world and the spiritual world. And that's also what Lionsgate is. It's the balancing between the two worlds, the cosmic energy that's coming in from the universe and us here on Earth. Perfect. The Star in reverse, sign of Aquarius. A wish not coming true, a wish not being fulfilled, or maybe it's not what you thought. We'll see what happens when we clarify. But kind of the grass isn't greener sort of thing. Fire signs got that too. 8 of Swords in reverse, no longer feeling trapped. This is about mental entrapment. If she were to take off the blindfold, she could see that she could just walk right between them and go away. They're not surrounding her like a prison. So that's what you're doing. Good job. You're just letting it go, right? 4 of Swords in reverse. The time of inaction is over. It's time to take that leap of faith. Beautiful. All right. So get into my clarifying deck here. So the deck that I used is, for the main spread, is the Mystical Dreamer Tarot, which was a gift from my beautiful friend and mentor, Miss Tish. So if you're watching, dear, thank you so much. This deck was screaming at me that it wanted to shine this time around, so I'm letting it. And then I'm clarifying with the Witch's Tarot. All of the information on the decks I'm using is in the description box below underneath my information. I do clear these between readings, but I also like to get the energy going while I'm in the reading, and also so you guys can see me shuffle on camera. I know that I'm not stacking the deck. You know, ain't nobody got time for that. So, the Fool. New beginning, starting out on a new journey, taking a leap of faith. Those are all keywords for the Fool. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So here's a possible scenario. Something happened, some kind of heartbreak, heartache. Maybe you found out somebody was cheating on you. Maybe someone betrayed you. Maybe maybe you got passed over for a promotion and it hurts your self-worth, hurts yourself. Maybe you hurt yourself. Take what resonates. The Moon in reverse, I see this as Cancer and Pisces. So secrets coming out. Secrets that somebody was keeping secrets. Six of Pentacles in reverse, it wasn't fair. There was no fair distribution. This is about fair distribution of wealth, resources. So yeah, if you were passed over for a promotion, it was not fair. It wasn't done. Maybe somebody had a secret. Sometimes we joke, but it's not a joke because it could be true that, boy, they must have got that promotion because they were sleeping with somebody or because they had something over someone else's head. They knew something that helped them, you know, kind of blackmail. Take what resonates. Four of Wands in reverse could be leaving a marriage or a long-term partnership. See the hope. It's all about celebration and marriage, and then this is like, no. Eight of Wands, communication. Maybe something came to light, and see all those wands pointing? It's like, whoa, everybody knew. Everybody knows what's really going down. Or it could be you're receiving fast communication now. And that's what's triggering you to go off into your new endeavor. The World, it's not over. It's not done yet. Something still needs to complete. Yeah, you're not walking away. So if this is a work situation, it's like, okay, you know, it happened and it sucks, but you know what? I still have my job. I still have my livelihood in the middle of a pandemic. You know, things are okay. It's okay. It's not ideal, but it's all right. So you're going to stay put. You're going to stay where you are. If it's a relationship, same kind of energy. Maybe everybody else knew that something was going on, but you didn't. And maybe you're choosing to, I don't like forgive and forget. I don't like that. You're choosing to forgive and move on. Maybe that's it. Even with the Eight of Cups about not walking away, that can still, I know some people might be confused about that with the Fool about starting something new. It doesn't mean that you are physically walking away. It could mean that you're emotionally just staying stuck. Because when it's upright, it's like you're emotionally moving on, but or walking away. Maybe you're staying put because you're choosing to forgive and give another shot, or it's just not the right time to completely start over. But maybe your relationship, move on. Maybe your relationship is starting over. It's kind of like, all right, so some stuff was done, some things were said, whatever happened, happened. Whatever is your situation, it happened. Let's Let's move past this. So it's not like you're completely breaking things apart and saying, I'm done with you, and cutting it out. Maybe you're like, you know, it happened. Let's start a new chapter in this book. Let's not close the book. Let's start a new chapter. Temperance. Woo. All right. So, sign of Sagittarius, could be dealing with Sagittarian. King of Pentacles in reverse. So this is Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm like, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. No, that's who I'm talking to. So this is, could be someone who's significantly older than you. Excuse me. It could be that it's like a father figure or a boss. So this has so far has a lot of work stuff, a lot of underlying common denominator here is working. So if this is a work situation for you, here you go. It doesn't have to be, but if it is, we're getting more clarifiers. So this could be a boss, could be a father figure, could be an earth sign who's significantly older than you. So in reverse, see how he's very focused on that pentacle? In reverse, it's like workaholic. He's too focused. It's that above all else. Maybe this is a Sagittarius who's a workaholic that you're dealing with, and that's what's making things unhappy, and you have a conversation and you're like, listen, this is not okay. I am not, you were married to me, not the job. The job is necessary. It's a means to an end because it puts food on the table, roof over our head, clothes on our back, that kind of stuff. But we need this. We need face to face. We need emotion. We need some stuff. He's not grounded. So if it's somebody who's not workaholic, maybe he's a different kind of aholic, or she, different kind of aholic, and needs to get grounded. Ten of Swords in reverse. So this is about feeling stabbed in the back, being mentally exhausted, just being done. I know it's not a pretty depiction. So in reverse, those swords fall out of the back, right? You're putting down that mental burden. Five of Wands. There could be some conflict, and it could also be internal conflict, but you guys could be having words, sparring. I'm not saying fisticuffs by any means, but you could be fighting about this. Like, hey, you're married to me, not your job, okay? So this one's called the shadow side, but traditionally it's the devil. So it's the sign of Capricorn. So if you are dealing with an earth sign, for sure, this is it. So this is about being a slave to addictions, and being a workaholic is a type of an addiction. Or it could be, like I said, another aholic. So take what resonates, but that's definitely a factor here. Two of Swords in reverse. So you're not making a decision, or you're not ready to. You're trying to make a logical choice. So when it's right side up, that's the logical choice. It's head over heart. So in this one, you're like, I need some more information, or maybe you're making a decision from the heart instead of the head. We'll see what else comes out. It's like, it's not the logical thing to do. And it's like, well, sometimes the logical thing to do isn't always the right thing. But you're definitely feeling indecisive. The star in reverse. Okay. So the star in reverse, again, sign of Aquarius. We also have the full moon in Aquarius, so that could resonate as well. Seven of Cups in reverse. So you're feeling like you don't have a choice, or maybe someone's trying to deceive you. Whew. All right, Tower. Anybody who knows me knows I love the Tower. I love seeing this card. That means that all of the shit that is no longer serving us, that is weak and doesn't belong, is getting blown apart. And what happens is, yeah, the storm is not pretty, and it can be really scary, especially if you're in the middle of it. You see it coming and you're like, oh shit, I need to duck and cover. But then once it's over, you come out, and as you're like analyzing the devastation and the destruction that has the storm has caused, then you can start picking up those bricks. and finding the ones that are still intact and rebuilding. Those are the ones you want to rebuild with because they are fortified. They are stronger for what they've been through. It's a metaphor for you. You are stronger for what you've been through. Don't poo-poo the Tower. I love the Tower. Page of Pentacles. So a younger earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So this is about, pages are messengers. So it could be a younger, significantly younger, or your child as well. But this is about, pages are messengers, money. So whatever happened, like, hey, you got passed over for promotion, or there's been some budget cuts, and you know, you feel like that's a Tower moment. But what's beautiful is, look at how lush that tree is. And she's almost like putting her pentacle up into that tree, kind of hanging it. Like, I'm kind of inexperienced, I don't really know what to do with this, but whatever happens with this Tower, just know that it's for your highest and greatest good. Hard to remember when we're in the throes of everything, but eventually this is going to work out. Let's see. Ooh, you're stressed about it. A little bit. This is the anxiety, nightmare, insomnia card. So, rightfully so if that's your story. And the Tower in general can make us full of anxiety and make us feel like, what in the world is going on? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not focusing so much on work. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to, maybe you're the workaholic. So this is the opportunity to come out of that energy, to not be so focused on work, and to embrace your inner child and play a little bit, or work on your relationship. Eight of Swords in reverse, coming out of that mental prison. All right. So the Two of Wands in reverse. So this is about choices and taking action. So you're not taking action based on choices. Let's see what else is here. Oh, the Star in reverse again, for sure. This is not what you asked for. This is not what you were trying to manifest. This is definitely not what you had in mind. Queen of Wands, fire signs, Gemini, no, just kidding, Aries, Leo, Sag. So she is, look how powerful she is. She's got her kitty in the lap and just hanging out, like whatever. I know what's up. So okay, I just heard this. So those two choices weren't good enough. You're like, I don't want to choose either of these choices. I don't like it. I'm going to go and I'm going to create my own. Thank you very much. King of Swords, so air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So the king, so it could be someone very much older than you. So the King of Swords is in reverse. Normally when he's upright, it's like wise counsel, somebody that you can go to, that you can trust, that can give you good advice. So in this case, it's like he's controlling and manipulative and bitey, and he will cut you out and cut you down. So if you're dealing with two people, and one of them is that Queen of Wands energy, and one of them is that King of Swords reverse energy, I think it's pretty apparent which one you want to choose. Ace of Wands. Inspired action. So you're going within, you're like, I'm creating my own choice. This is what I want to do. I didn't like any of that. That's why the Star is in reverse. You're like, I don't like those choices. I'm going to go make my own. Four of Swords in reverse. Oh, nice. Oh, So we have the High Priestess. Hey, Pisces. High Priestess listens to her intuition. She knows what's up. She is a human lie detector. You cannot pull one over on her, no matter how hard you try. So if someone is trying to deceive you, if somebody is trying to pull the wool over your eyes or try to force you into a decision that you don't want to take, or a decision you don't want to make, action you don't want to take, then trust yourself, trust your inner knowing. You know what's right for you. You know what's best for you. The Lovers in reverse, sign of Gemini. This is twin flame, ultimate soulmate, divine partner, whatever you want to call it. So if that is walking away from that kind of a situation, if that's what makes you happy, do it. Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you are not grieving. You are not sad. You're like this. It might not be pretty. It might still suck, but it's like, you know what? It's not breaking my heart. Three of Cups in reverse. Could have been some, this is how I see third party. Could have been some third party stuff going down. This is the Hierophant in reverse. So non-traditional, breaking apart a marriage or some other kind of commitment. For the highest good. You're not breaking the commitment because, you know, maybe you're engaging in the third party. Maybe you're just not happy. And you're like, you know what? It needs to stop. Ace of Swords in reverse. So you've got the Ace of Wands. You're taking inspired action. You don't necessarily, and you're the High Priestess. So this isn't necessarily divinely guided for you in Ace of Swords kind of way. It's more action oriented. You're not just sitting around thinking about it. You already know what to do. You already know what to do. And as water signs, we're so good at that. And we don't shy away from swimming the depths of emotion. We are very intuitive because water has memory. If you learned nothing else from Frozen 2, water has memory. That's what I want to name the reading. You already know what to do. Beautiful. Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're not sneaking around anymore. You don't feel shut out from society anymore. It's like, you know what? I'm following my truth. I'm living authentically. And that's what makes us all happy. When you don't have to sneak around anymore, you're golden. All right. Energy Oracle, Sandra Ann Taylor. I think I gave Colette Baron Reed credit for this in the general reading because I was just thinking, it just finished Oracle Palooza, which was great. But my apologies for that one. Take from the top. Okay. Number 13, don't panic. 1 and 3 is 4, financial constraints. So maybe you're feeling like that King of Pentacles in reverse. You're feeling that, one more, okay. Oh, okay. You're feeling maybe, especially if this was a work situation, you're feeling passed over, or if this is a love situation and you're walking away from somebody, you might feel a little penny pinching, a little bit like, all right, I'm doing this, the Fool, I'm doing this, might be hesitant, but ultimately you're going to be okay. Just believe. Number 51, Healer of the Ages. So if you are somebody who, this came out in the general reading as well, if you are somebody who is triggered by the religious depiction of the Ascended Master Jesus, just know that he would not be thrilled with the way that he is, and his name, how his image has been portrayed and how his name has been used in oppression for 2 centuries. Not happy about it. But as water signs, we're deeply intuitive and we're also really great healers. So approach everything with love. Take some time to heal yourself. Take some time with Chiron. Figure out what those wounds are that need to be healed. And that's what's going to work out well for you. Home. Home. Where do you feel at home? Home doesn't have to be a physical place. It can be a spiritual place. It can be another person. Be within yourself. What reminds you of home? Where are you happiest? Go there. Have you ever just felt like, I want to go home? And much like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, you've always had the power, my dear, and it was her shoes. She could take herself home anytime she wanted. She just didn't know. We don't know what we don't know, right? She just didn't know. So sometimes you need somebody to shine a light on that and say, you've always had the power to go home. You have the power to do this. Surrender the habit of people-pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everybody else happy. When we make ourselves happy, because we can't pour from an empty cup, when we make ourselves happy, everyone around us is automatically happier. Surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. I think this came out in the general reading as well. Silence. We're a society that does not value silence. Constant, things are constantly going. The monkey mind is constantly going. Spend some time in quiet meditation. Be the high priestess. That way, you listen to your soul. Our souls will never steer us wrong. You know what to do. You inherently know what to do. Hold your vision, fixed moon. That came out in the journal too. Yeah, hold your vision. See what it is that is your scenario. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You already know. Embrace it. Take action. Hold your vision. You know what to do. You know. All right, guys. So hopefully something in there resonated for you, some nugget of wisdom. And as always, if you would like to book your own personal reading, all of my information is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.